everyone. I'm Christa, shamanic practitioner as well as teacher of shamanic classes, crystal healer, and I teach crystal healing classes. And welcome to the weekly message of the power animal message for this week. Now, in shamanic cultures, when shamans would see an animal cross their path, that would be considered an omen, and that animal would be giving them a message of what they need to be aware of, what is up and coming, so that they could be prepared. So this week's message is the power animal of the deer. So I would love to show you my card here of the deer. Okay, so take a little closer look there. And this week, deer teaches us to focus on love and gentleness. So as you go throughout your week, to focus on bringing loving energy and gentle energy into all situations with all people, and even towards yourself. So being loving and gentle towards yourself, and just being aware of any self-criticism that can arise this week. This week, we have a little bit more of a tendency for criticism to show up. So if you're being critical of others, or others are being critical for you, this is a good reminder to just step back from that, to focus on love and gentleness, to avoid hostility either from yourself if you're getting a little irritable and grumpy, but also to be loving and kind if when other people are getting a little bit hostile towards you, because that gentle, loving, kind energy neutralizes that hostile energy, neutralizes hostility, and restores balance. Also this week, it's a good idea to be focusing on being diplomatic with other people. So if you're in meetings or having conversations that need to be had with people, deer energy helps you to be diplomatic, to also say what you need to say in a good way from the place of your heart, but not from a place of emotional reactivity. So when other people are reactive around you and starting to push your buttons, which can show up a little bit more this week, take a breath. Just remind yourself to be like the deer, to be gentle, diplomatic, and work through that in a really good way. Also, the deer reminds us to focus on beauty instead of doom and gloom. So for this week, there can be a tendency for other people to suck you into negativity, suck you into doom and gloom scenarios. So just, see that. Offer some compassion towards that person, because deer energy is also very compassionate, but then also focusing on the beauty instead of the doom and gloom to raise your vibration to a higher and bright level. Also, it's a good week to show kindness towards others. Other people are going to be a little bit more sensitive this week. You might find that you feel a little bit more sensitive this week. So showing kindness towards yourself and others. Maybe that also includes doing some kind actions for others, but also not only embracing that beautiful deer energy of kindness, but the energy of the stag. The stag is the male deer with the antlers. Stag also creates good, respectful energy and healthy boundaries, because sometimes when we're giving a lot to other people, people can take advantage of that. So this week, even though you practice loving kindness and taking kind actions, with some individuals that you might come across this week, they might try to take advantage of that kindness. So then in that situation, be like the stag, gentle, loving, and kind, but having good, healthy boundaries and setting those boundaries so that others don't take advantage of you, because there's a little bit more of a tendency to be taken advantage of this week. And also, don't let other people fool you as well. Deers are very intuitive and perceptive. So use your powers of intuition and perception this week to be able to see the truth into situations. Especially if someone is not being very truthful, you'll be able to see into the truth of that and bring healing into the situation. So that's something to be mindful of. Also this week, for some of you, you might have a little bit more digestion sensitivities this week. So deers eat a very good diet. They stick to the foods that are very healthy for them. They also eat a simple diet. So really take care of your digestion this week. Eating foods that are easy for you to digest, that your body really likes, will help to counteract that sensitivity in digestion. Also this week, really create peace around you. This is a nice week to create good peace in your home environment, peace with work, peace with other people, and also looking for peaceful solutions. So people might look to you to be the peacemaker in situations and might come to you for advice so that you can offer a good, peaceful solution. Remember, deer is very perceptive. So when other people come to you, they're coming to you for that perceptive advice that you have to really focus on what is a peaceful solution. Also, this week, creating a nice, peaceful, and loving environment is good to make your surroundings beautiful and surround yourself with that beautiful energy to nourish your spirit, to nourish your heart, to nourish your body. And this week is also really good to be grounded. So there's a little bit more sensitive energy this week. So doing any kind of grounding meditations are good, grounding exercises, or even getting out in nature for a walk is really good for grounding. Deer, they have 4 legs, they're very grounded, they're very earthy. So deer can help you to embody that nice grounded energy this week. Okay, so in shamanism, shamans would also work with healing talismans. A talisman is a power object. So to embrace the energy of the deer this week, to bring out those good deer-like qualities, you can create a beautiful crystal talisman to help you do that. So to do that, we would work with quartz crystal. So here's an example of quartz crystal here, a quartz crystal point. You could work with that. You could work with a small tumbled stone. You could also work with a smaller point like this one. Any of these quartz crystals will do. Even if you have jewelry, pendant, earrings, bracelet, any of that will do. So we work with this crystal to turn it into a power object to help us to embrace that beautiful deer energy so that we can have a wonderful week. Deer energy, when you embrace those qualities of the deer, helps your week to go more smoothly, better, helps you to rise above any challenges that might show up. So let's create a beautiful talisman now. So take your quartz crystal, close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in, as deep as you can to center yourself. And exhale. And then repeat this beautiful healing intention after me. I embrace the energy of the deer this week to help me to be kind and loving towards myself and others, to be diplomatic and perceptive in all situations with all people, to create peace, beauty, and harmony wherever I go. In full faith, so be it. And then take a nice deep breath in. And now that you've spoken that healing intention, you're going to blow that intention into the crystal powerfully. Just like that. And now this crystal is holding that healing vibration of that intention so that you can embrace those deer-like qualities to become like a deer this week, to help you in all of your life's activities, all interactions that you have with others, to bring that good deer energy, that love, that compassion, that diplomacy, that gentleness, beauty, harmony into all situations, making your week a beautiful, bright week. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this week's message. If you would like to go deeper into shamanic healing, I do offer shamanic healing sessions online through Zoom, as well as I teach online shamanic classes, as well as I teach online crystal healing classes. So to go deeper into shamanism, you can visit my website, shamanicspirit.ca, or to go into crystal healing, you can go to my other website, christalyn.ca, or my other website, learncrystalhealing.com. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing week. Lots of love, light, and blessings to you.